ever notice when you're listening to like one of your favorite pop songs and you think this sounds eerily familiar, you know what I mean? And I sort of thought, well, no, it could just be me. And then, of course, I ended up working in the pop music industry and singing on a lot of records that many people will still be singing along to today. Yes. You have to be careful what you say they are, of course, because in those days they were called ghost singers, and for those pop stars that couldn't sing, then you replaced them and you made them millionaires. Well, me, of course, and you, well, that's the problem, isn't it? But you know that saying, where there's a hit, there's a writ. Well, it still holds strong today. And if you think about it, you know, I often think, yeah, you can hear similarities in lots of songs. When you listen, for instance, to the wonderful Phantom of the Opera by Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber, there's so many echoes of the brilliant composer Puccini throughout those songs. But if you've never heard Puccini, then you've never heard The Problem. But once you listen, you think, oh yes, how similar is that? You know what I'm saying. So of course it comes as no surprise. By the way, we haven't had a wave, sorry, how are you? It comes as no surprise when you think about it, that even a seasoned performer like the brilliant Gloria Gaynor, remember her, Never Can Say Goodbye, and of course the anthemic I Will Survive. Well, she's on the warpath, let me explain. Hi, good to see you. You all right? Thank you so much as ever for your time. Yes, Gloria Gaynor, I was lucky enough to meet her. Met her in the Café de Paris, actually, and it was some sort of party, and you're sitting next to somebody and you think, who's this glamorous thing? Turned out to be Gloria Gaynor. You know, it's terrible, isn't it? You're sitting there chatting away to someone, and then he says, oh, I'm Gloria. You think, of course you are, dear, you know. But she was just wonderful, a lovely, lovely, bubbly lady. So many hits, as you know, and of course the anthemic I Will Survive, which allegedly the story goes was going to be a B-side, and then it was a producer who said no, it should be an A-side. Well, she's on the warpath. And it's all about this. Disco queen herself, Gloria Gaynor, is suing her former producer for allegedly exploiting copyright over some of her many hits. The 8-year-old, famed for the anthem I Will Survive, is seeking about 1.6 million in damages from Joel Diamond. The singer accuses him of listing himself as co-writer on at least one of her songs. I can say this, I know, but it's a shame, isn't it, when you've had all that success, that then you decide to sort of fall out and split and all that sort of stuff. Does it really matter at that point? Yes, there's always money to be made, but how much money do you really need? If you're in Gloria's sort of side, maybe she just wants to be recognised as the co-writer, or maybe just the sole writer. But either way, this is set to hit a court very soon, costing a lot of people a lot of money. My advice would be to step away from this, though, because it doesn't really matter in the end how it pans out. It's the fans that remember the hits and whether they like them. And of course the wonderful vocal performance and just sparkling personality of Gloria Gaynor. The producer does a good job, but of course they're normally behind the scenes, and perhaps that really is what the problem is. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.